Welcome to Tabletop Gaming Guild. Today we'll be unboxing Thunder Road Vendetta from Restoration Games. And as usual, Restoration is actually using a team of designers, about 7 different designers on this title. I'm not sure which ones are the primary or if they contribute evenly, so we'll just leave it at that. You can check out the BGG site and it'll tell you all designers, so you can check out what other games they've done. It's always a good sign when the punch boards are shrink wrapped, because that means they are punched super cleanly, so they're practically falling out of the punch board. So little chance of these ripping or having any quality issues. So I should probably note that this is the Maximum Chrome edition, so this includes a bunch of expansions already and some Kickstarter exclusive content. So, for example, these fire elements aren't going to be in the base game. So then we have the map components, and this is kind of like a side scroller. You're only going to have, I think, 3 maps on the board to start, and as you go off one side of the map, you basically remove the one side and put a new map down. And if you know what I'm talking about with that, then you're probably old enough to have been around for the heyday of 2.5D video games. If you aren't getting the idea, basically, you're driving on the worst road ever made, all sorts of hazards, and you're basically trying to shoot up the other vehicles and make them explode. And it's a nice selection. Maps are all double-sided, and you won't see even close to all of them in a single game. The rulebook is not particularly short, but it is well laid out. There's a lot of illustrations and examples, and it's given plenty of space so it's easy to read, so it's really not that many rules. On top of that, you have the basic game and the advanced game. That's all going to be in here, and all the expansions are also into here. So if you want to just play the basic game, there's very little to learn. The minis are nice, they're detailed, but they don't feel like they're gonna, skyrocket the price up. This almost feels like playing with little micro machines. So you have quite a few different minis. You have the wrecks that you can run over that can cause you damage. You have motorcycles and big rigs that are part of the expansion content. Helicopters to shoot enemy vehicles. And you have your small, medium, and large vehicles for each player. And they're designed so you can stack them up on the board to show like a collision, because you need to know which one's on top is the one that moved in, and then resolve the collision. So I have played this game in theory, but I've only played a virtual version of the game that was not the full game. It really was not a great mod of the game, so was not a great example of how the game is played. So I'm really excited to actually try this physical version of the game and actually try all the expansion content. And it looks like there's a lot going for it. So you have a number of standard dice for each character, but you also have the custom dice for the different situations, such as this flame dice for the expansion, that if you're on fire you can end up going faster, or you can end up just blowing up randomly. And then you have other various dice for situations that are all recessed, so they should stay legible for a very long time and should not have any issues with them. Next we have the various cards. So first we're looking at the ongoing effects cards from the Carnage expansion. Not exactly sure what these do, as they weren't in the version of the rulebook I've read, the early edition version. My guess is if your card becomes inoperable, these might be lasting effects that happen then, but I am not sure. Next we have the content I'm really excited about. These are the extra ammo expansion cards. You have upgrades and bonus commands that are basically special abilities that you can start with, and I feel like these will really enhance the game. And it's the main reason why I backed this game, because the basic game looked alright, but the player powers that these extra expansion content adds in really make it look like it'll be a lot of fun chaos. Now, it does look like there's a lot of different things you can throw in. It might be a little much to throw it all in at once, but once you played it a few times, or you can even mix and match, just make every game a little different. It looks like there's a lot of replay value added by these expansion materials. And that's interesting. Wasn't aware of these cards. It looks like these are, so if you want to play the game without the dice and want to use cards instead to reduce randomness, I mean, I'll probably try it, but I got a feeling that the randomness is part of the fun of the game. Now we get to the best part, is the unique characters you can play as. And again, more unique abilities that you're adding into your vehicles. All of them look pretty cool, and definitely the art style definitely adds to that Mad Maxian feel of this whole game. So that's all the components for this game. I'm really excited to try this. As I said, I have tried like a virtual version that was felt very prototypey. It was definitely not the full game, and there was a lot of things you couldn't do in that version. I am really interested in trying the full game with the expansion, all the expansion content, and all the powers, and the pure chaos that all that looks like it will bring to this game. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check us out on other social media such as Instagram and Facebook, and don't forget to like and subscribe.